What's up, party people? We got Sunday Night Football here. Ravens at the Rams. This is the most realistic rebuild in Madden 25 to finish out the season of rebuilds. Yes, we got every game, every team, every rookie, every free agent, every trade. Every game is slow sim for the entire season. We are going to tell you who's going to win the 2025-2026 Super Bowl, the MVPs, the stat leaders. We got it all playing out right here. The most realistic gameplay I can find in Madden 25 sliders. I got all the details in the comments, what the teams are running, the schemes, how they're strategizing, and other resources, the sliders I use. This is actually my own roster I created offline, but the rookie draft class I use is in the description. So everything you need, any questions, let me know. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and sit back, enjoy Sunday Night Football.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by former #1 overall pick and Super Bowl champion with the Rams, Matthew Stafford.
Now, Mike, he's coming off a game where his touchdown-to-interception ratio wasn't exactly ideal. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters in this league is wins and losses. He was able to escape with the win, and that's all that matters when it's all said and done. But having said that, he has to...
Oh, and they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. Not the sharpest of starts on offense. Here an early 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
So a 4th down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Now the first carry for King Henry. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Cameron Kitchens there to bring him down. 2nd and 7. We're going to go right back to Henry. And a nice run. He's got a 1st down tackle made right at the 35-yard line. And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee. Hopkins sent in motion. On the give, here's Henry. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. 2nd and 11. Receiver in motion, going right. Off the play fake, Jackson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Open man is Bateman. He's got him. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Ravens will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Rams offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And this is going to be a Rams 1st down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line. From the gun, here's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, and he's got the 1st down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab. Here's Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. 3rd down, 3 to go. They'll try to run for it with Williams. Williams, 1st down, and he's not done. Good-looking drive, rolls on 18 more yards.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Off play action, it's Stafford. The pass rush gets home and he goes down. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there for the sack. Stafford now on 2nd down. Right side, complete to Nakua. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs. And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal draws us even. It is now 3-3 as the kick's away. Justice Hill to return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. The left side into the hands of Hopkins. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. 1st down, Baltimore. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. He'll get this down to the 44, but that's about it. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And they'll take this down inside the 35. On the option, they give it to Henry. And they'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Ravens will take a 6-3 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Rams offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. He'll find his tight end in the middle of the field to Tigby. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. He'll try the right side with Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain. He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Throw it on third down, Stafford. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here. You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
He will have a Ravens 1st down. They are able to move the sticks. It's a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. It's the tight end Likely in motion. He'll go again here with Henry. Good running there, getting close to midfield. Let's mark him there. And a 1st down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Bateman is the motion man. Play action now. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's Hill. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. This is Henry. He'll be stopped after a short gain to about the 30. Cameron Curl up from his safety spot to make the tackle. They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Jackson. Throw over the middle, brought in by Hopkins. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. This from 40 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Ravens going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Stafford now. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Los Angeles. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Hill on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll motion over Flowers. On play action, here's Jackson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
The most valuable real estate on the field, Mike, that every offense is trying to attack is the middle of the field. So when you have a tight end who's as good as this guy and you can get vertical down the middle, man, that is a nightmare for these defenses to deal with.
1st and 10 now from the 36. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. He'll get this out to the left flat. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
He finds Likely, his tight end. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Jackson on 3rd and 2. And he's in! Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
The extra point is good. And the Ravens will open up a 6-point lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The motion man is Nakua. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football. As we'll send you over to Orlando, our EA Sports halftime report with the coach. Jonathan, all yours.
All right, Mike. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. On second down, he'll fake the handoff and hold on to it.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Henry. And he'll have the first down. They'll get him up around the 37.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well. Jackson now on 2nd down. To the outside. Catch made by Hopkins.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Coming open, that's the tight end likely. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Raven first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
To the air one more time with Jackson. Backs to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Again, it's Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. A give right up the middle to Henry. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Baltimore.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
A first down throw for Jackson. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll lead to a second down. Jackson now. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time, and it'll be third down. In motion comes Andrews. On third down, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Ravens will extend their third quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Rams offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Stafford now on second down. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the score.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Punt team headed out for the Rams. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. This one fielded out beyond the 25. The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
You don't want to make a living off of making these kind of throws, Mike. It's one thing to throw into tight coverage, but it's another thing to throw into tight double coverage. And while the quarterback gets away with one here, I don't think you want to make a living doing it.
They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but That's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Jackson looking to throw. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
I think they saw something earlier in the game that showed some vulnerabilities in the deep defensive coverage. Then the execution, not only for the route runners to be in the right spot, but then for the quarterback to find his matchup, find the space in the breakdown of the coverage, and put that ball on target and lead to the big game.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Lamar going to work from the pistol. He's going to tuck it and go. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Henry tries to pull his way in. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal. They'll try and run, and here's Henry. And this time, he's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. His first touchdown of the new campaign. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all offseason long to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Rams offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
He's going to air this one out. And Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it off. And he's going to be taken down, but there are 1, 2, 3 flags on the field. I don't think this is going to stand. The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. He pulls it in around the 5. And that's going to move him closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. This one caught just past the pylon. Jordan Whittington. Touchdown, L.A. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Hill on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And a short pickup past the 25. Here's a 2nd and 9. In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down, Jackson. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
This a must stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Justice Hill out of the backfield. On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming, getting started with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And they get this one across midfield. to the 47-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the give, it's Williams. And this defense not allowing much there. They'll stop him at the 45. 2nd down and 8. Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Play action, Stafford. A ball deep for the end zone. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. Stafford to throw it. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs.
So the key to this 4th down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge 4th down stop.
The Ravens offense ready to take over once again. And it would appear they are on their way to a 2-0 start as they begin things here with 1st and 10 in this 4th quarter. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Jackson now on 2nd down. He'll find Hill out of the backfield.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the back.
In trouble, and down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. To throw on 2nd down, Stafford. Quick throw, taken in. He'll get this up to the 30, about a yard or so short of the 1st down. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Williams. Trying to get to the edge. He will not get there. As a matter of fact, he was taken down behind the line. And that brings up 4th down.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. Open man, right side. He's got it. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Back to throw is Stafford. And Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it off. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum building.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Stafford now. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. That one into the hands of Atwell. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Throwing again is Stafford. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. The extra point try forthcoming. It's up and through. And the Ravens will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Stafford. That's caught by Puka. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. Going right back to Nakua, complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. A shotgun snap to Stafford. He'll get this out to the left flat. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Stafford to throw again. And he's going to go down. The pressure once again too much. And that should wrap this one up.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10.
Still 2nd down.
Down to a knee, here goes Jackson. And that should do it. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They get the victory here away from home to run their early season record to 2-0. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.